Season's greetings, everyone. Sharky back once again. And today we're going to be looking at Operation Monster Force, Declan Van Helsing. I got these figures, the whole entire wave, a little while ago. I haven't reviewed them as yet, so I figured why not start with number one in the line, and that is this guy, who I've already taken out of the box. So today we're going to do things a little bit differently because I've been playing with this figure already, and I figured, you know what? Why not mix things up? So let's get into it. So, quick look at the box. It is a windowed open box. This is the comic book which gives a little bit of backstory about good old Declan Van Helsing, who is a descendant of Abraham Van Helsing, I think it is, or something like that. I can't remember. But basically, Declan is a badass, and he is the head of Operation Monster Force, and he's teamed up with Dracula, who he released from a tomb, to go against this guy here, the Forgotten King. And you can see the entire wave in the cross cell here. You got the Delta Red Urban operations, the Nocturnal operations. So these are both vampire elite soldiers that, you know, like special forces turned vampires to aid in fighting against this guy. You got the Sleepwalker, Dracula, the other Sleepwalker, the Crimson Moon, and this one here, this is because it's the heavy weapons one, and this one here is the Obsidian Elite Sleepwalker. I've already opened this figure as well. It's awesome. I'll probably do a review on that next. We'll see. Anyway, so that's the box. It's pretty cool. It's nice. There's not a lot of bullshit on there to worry about. Big Bad Toy Store obviously did these in conjunction with Fresh Monkey Fiction, which is somewhere not on here. That's interesting. Oh, there we go. There's the company logo there. So that's the box out of the way. Now, we'll start with the accessories. There are a lot. I'm not going to go full blown into this, but I'll give you a quick goosey gander at what is on offer. There's a lot of hands. In fact, there is 8 pair of them. All right, so you have, these are basically a face palming grabby hand. You have a pair of trigger finger flesh colored hands. Punching hands. C-grip hands. And then you've got all the gloved versions of those as well, which you can see here. And you can also see here on the figure that I've put them on. You have this accessory, which is a removable pouch set. He comes with one already on the figure here. That's the stock one, but you can take this off and throw this one on. I like the one that he comes with, so I've left that on. He comes with also these little accessories that can be added to his plate carrier, web gear, and all that sort of jazz. So they're basically little pouches. This one is a little holster for a magazine, or you could even put, I'll show you. This is the stock banana clip that I like to call a banana clip. It's a banana magazine that comes in the M4, but I took it out because it is falling out, which seems to be somewhat problematic. But this is the little portable radio device that you can just throw into this here if you wish, like so. And away you go. So that's all that sort of jazz out of the way. There is some more stuff to come. We'll get to that momentarily. He has a knife and a sheath. This, of course, just pops out like so. The detailing on the knife is quite nice. It's got a bit of a worn look, but you can see the paint apps, the silver and the brown are really nice. The attention to detail in these figures is fantastic. He also comes with a baggie of 3 blast effects. This is the M4 that I spoke about. The bayonet is not removable. This is a really nice piece. I really like it. It is not janky at all. It is quite sturdy and it is straight. No gumminess. Look at that. Very rigid. Love it. The magazine is removable and nice little piece of detail there, as you can see. It might be a bit difficult, but you can see the bullet in the mag. And this one slots in quite well. Next up is the crossbow. Because how are you going to hunt vampires without something like this, eh? This is fixed. It doesn't pull back or anything like that. And you cannot take the mag of bolts out. He also does come with a spare thing of bolts, which I've put onto the hip here. So that's these big weapons out of the way. He comes with this sidearm. It's really nice. Look at the gold trigger and the detailing here in the grip. It's really nice. Again, it's got a port for the blast effects. I didn't show you that on the assault rifle, but it is there as well. And that holster is removable. Just comes off. I'll talk a bit more about those once we have a better look at the figure. Now, interestingly enough, these figures are supposed to come with a gravestone, which doubles as a stand. And this is the one that I have from the Sleepwalker. And you can sit them upright as a display piece, or you can use them to put the figures on. This figure that I'm reviewing today did not come with a stand. However, he did come with an extra set of all the accessories I just showed you, bar the large weaponry. I don't know why. I haven't contacted BBTS, and I probably won't. I'll probably just end up getting another one of these just to kit bash, and I'll just have a stand from there. So yeah, I've got 16 hands and 4 pistols and yeah, a whole bunch of other stuff. Anyway, never look a gift horse in the mouth. He also comes with some grenades, which I have attached to the webbing here. So there's this, these are like smoke grenades or tear gas or whatever you want to call them. And he also has these larger ones that I've attached to the vest here. The vest is removable. It has mushroom clip here. This one seems, after I took it off for the first time, it doesn't want to close really well, which is a bit of a pain in the neck, but it does stay shut. And he also comes with this little communication device here, which is removable. You can see the other sidearm he comes with, which I've put in here. You can put a magazine in there if you like, but I like to put this in here. So he's got a backup for his backup. Now, I was saying before about these holsters. This one is actually staying on pretty well. Sometimes they aren't the greatest. They do move around a bit, but this one's staying on really well. The one on my Obsidian is not. And I'm not going to take this off, but you can see that it's removable. So yeah, you can have fun with it, play around with it, whatever. But we'll look at the figure now. Just look at Declan's face. He looks like he has seen some shit. And it's a great face sculpt. I was a little bit sort of apprehensive about this figure when I first saw the image here in the promotional material. But in person, he's tip top. And he's a perfect example of a figure that will fit with, you know, Action Force or G.I. Joe Classified or whatever you like, really. The modular nature of it, you can do a lot with him, is great. But the figure itself, T-pose straight away, no issues. Butterfly joints here, they're a little bit sort of noisy, but they'll probably loosen up with time. but there's no issues in terms of moving the arms around at all. Same goes for the legs. They're really smooth in terms of the range of movement. The feel of these figures in hand is completely different to a classifier. They just feel different. It's hard to explain, but they're really nice. This belt here, that's also removable. That doesn't have any attaching points for anything, but it's more just for aesthetics, but you can take it off if you don't want it there. And that is pretty much the figure. I'm not going to go into great detail about it. He can look down really well though. And he can look up really well. These heads are obviously removable. Just pop them off like that and off comes the neck joint as well. And they're pretty easy to pop back on, as I just elbowed the flag and it just clips in and away you go. I just noticed that this had fallen off his leg, so that's a good example of when you are playing around with these things can tend to come loose. I just like to try and sort of maneuver them back in like so, just to get a good feel. And this doesn't have to go there, of course. You can switch it out. If you want to put the knife here, you can. I feel like some things fit better than others, which is a little bit of a gripe, I guess, with this figure. And I think some things just look odd on there. Like, you wouldn't put this on there. You could, of course, but personally, I wouldn't. I want something that's going to fit a bit more seamlessly like that. Even that is sort of, you know, a bit off. But if they're going to be sitting on a shelf and just being posed, then, you know, you're not going to have any issues. Anyway, let's pop him here for a second and then we'll do a comparison to some other figures. All right, so I've put him next to two other badasses here and it looks like they're ready to go vampire hunting. And you can see that, as I said, he does blend in well with the Marvel Legends in terms of the Punisher or my Extraction Chris Hemsworth Kit Bash over here. But let's have a look at him with something else. Okay, here he is with two other Monster Force figures that I've opened. The Delta Red Nocturnal Trooper and the Obsidian Elite. And you can see that, again, the line just works. It's really good. I've got a lot of time for it, to be honest. Overall, I love this figure. I love everything that you can do with it. I think that you get value for money in terms of the price point. I know some people have balked at these because they are more expensive than, let's say, a Marvel Legend or a G.I. Joe Classified or whatever. But when you're getting as much packed into this set, I mean, how can you be mad at that? Or question it, for that matter. I think it's all relative. And, you know, in terms of gripes, as I mentioned, these are a little bit of problematic, but, you know, that's something they can work towards fixing. I have had another issue with this trigger hand not fitting into the joint properly, but I push it in, it stays there. So, again, it's a small thing. In terms of this error, look, you could argue whether that is in my favor or not. Like I said, I'm not going to complain about having extra bits and pieces to use as a kit basher. Are these figures worth the wait that we've had to endure? Absolutely. And I will be continuing to buy more of them because I like the narrative. I like the fact that it's something different, except it's something that can also blend in with what we already collect. And who doesn't want more 6-inch figures? Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up. Told you it's going to be a short one. If you're new to the channel and you're checking out this review for the first time, welcome. Please feel free to hit the like button, hit the share button, and while you're here, why not hit the subscribe button? And if you're one of my returning viewers, then I hope you've got something out of this. Obviously, I'm a little bit late to the party with this review, but I couldn't let this one go because I think Declan Van Helsing is just a dope-ass figure. Anyway, I'm wrapping this up. Enjoy the rest of your day. Have fun with your toys, and say hi to your dogs for me. Peace.